Hello, hello. Welcome to Stamping A to Z. It's Wednesday at noon Mountain Time here in Edmonton. I am Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I do my lives at noon every Wednesday. Usually, well, it all started with explaining how to use all of our products and different ways that you can use them. And then it's kind of progressed into how to do anything and everything and new ways to use things, just always coming up with new techniques. I find it fun to play with, just playing with your products. It doesn't have to be the same product ever. You can always repeat these techniques that I show with whatever you have. The idea is just to pull your stuff out and get creative. Today I decided to do some last minute gift ideas for you. It's nearing Christmas and I'm sure everyone's in the final crunch, and even I had, little things that I still wanted to give people, and rather than just kind of hand a little piece of soap or some candy or something, I like to dress it up and make it feel more like a gift, even though it's something little. So hopefully today helps you. Hopefully it gives you some ideas and helps you wrap up your Christmas gift giving. All right, let's get turned around and we'll get started right away. Okay, hopefully my Facebook will not freeze up on me so that I can see what I'm showing you today. And once again, I don't have my December host code information here. I did this last week and then I found it, and now I have conveniently lost it again. That is okay. You can find me at lindagibbs.stampinup.net. That is where you can find my store and all the fun stuff that I use. There is some last chance items. The mini catalog, the winter mini catalog, is ending, and I showed the new stuff that's coming out in January. So you got a sneak peek of that. If you missed it, you can go back and look at last week's. All of my videos are saved. I also upload them to YouTube. If you're ever have some friends that you think might want to watch, they can, and they're not on Facebook, they can always find it on my YouTube channel. If you would like to share, it is the greatest compliment you can give me, so please feel free to share. There's usually a button that asks if you want to share. You can do that. If you're watching, please say hi. Let me know you're watching, where you're watching from. And yeah, let's get started. For the first one, I have a monthly club, and I was showing my ladies that I had made, well, actually I was more complaining. I had made some gift cards. I bought gift cards, and I had made cards to hold my gift cards. And I had ones that had chocolates on the top of them, and they were all fancy wrapped in snowflakes, and my dog ate them. So I had to start over. But anyways, I was complaining about it, and I was showing them, and they're like, you never showed us how to do this. So I'm sure I have done this one. I did not go back and look, but I'm going to show this one today. Not this exact one. This is one of the ones I had made. I'm going to show you a different variation on that, but it's the same concept. So we're going to start with a half a sheet of our 8.5 by 11. So this is 4.25 by 11. Then you're going to get either your score plate, or else your cutter that has the scoring blade. And you're simply going to score it at 5.5. Oh, that's 5.25. Let's do this correctly. 5.5. And then you want to score it at 1.5. Like so. Simple as that. Easy peasy. So 5.5 and 1.5. Then you're just gonna fold it on the score lines. And you're gonna fold that one, the 1.5, inwards. Hello, Yolande, how are you? So then you've got your little gift card folder. Now you want to make some decor for it. So I have pieces and parts prepped, and I will show you the basics. So I'm using the beautiful papers from, what's it called? Snowflake Magic Designer Series paper. It's got lots of fun paper. It goes with the snowflake punch, and it doesn't go, it's actually part of another series, but it goes really well with all of that. Anyways, we're going to be using that throughout. So I did pull out an old, I had originally used our current snowflake embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that. And once again, my screen has frozen up and the comments too are gone. This is not good. Hold a second, please. It looks like it's still on my phone. It just is not on my iPad, so I can't see what I'm showing you, which can be a bit of a problem. Here we go. Okay, so I can see it on my computer here. Let me just turn the volume off. And I can see comments. Okay, now I have to remember to look the other way. No, it's not muting it. Why? Oh, no, now it just went away. Oh, jeez. Look at that. It does not like live. Anyways, hopefully it'll at least show me the comments. Yeah, that's weird. Now I can't even get my comments. Okay, well, if I don't respond, you know why, but hopefully they'll come back. All right, so in order to add some decor to your card, you want to have, it looks like it's even square, but it's not. I believe it's 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. I'm just trying to find my info so I'm not steering you wrong. What did I say? 4 by 3 3/4. And then this one is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I was saying I was using an old embossing folder with the snowflakes, which I don't know if you can see or not because I can't see what I'm showing you. So hopefully you can see it. Oh my goodness. It started working again and then it stopped. So anyways, we're just gonna put this on like so. Center it. I must not have cut it quite to the dimensions. Whenever I have an embossed piece, I like to use liquid glue because just it grabs better. You know it's kind of gonna grab something somewhere and hold. So I like to use the liquid glue. Isn't that pretty already? Like, you don't need much more than that. But then you've got this paper, which is really pretty. This is Lost Lagoon. And then I'm just going to simply put one strip here. So you kind of want to give it a nice even border. And then you're going to put one strip on the inside where your gift card is going to go. Okay, and then before I stick this down, I'm going to come in with, if I can find it, with my little 1-inch punch here. And I'm just going to punch kind of centered a little piece off of there. So that way when I put my gift card, which I don't have one handy, of course, I usually keep one out as my sample, but then it's easier to grab in and out. If you're putting money or a check or something, you probably don't need that, but it fits perfectly. And then you can use either glue or turn tape, which is what I was looking for. Oh, how frustrating is this? Okay, hopefully no one's saying anything. If you're watching, comment and then I'll know if I'm seeing the comments. At least last week I was seeing the comments. It was just the the video that froze. So I'm hoping that is the case again today. I even had my computer handy because usually last time I updated or I shut things down and I started it again, there was no update. So I don't know why it's doing this. So anyways, I'm just gonna, and when you put this over, if you have your gift card handy, it's nice to put in, so then it leaves that little bit of space. But what I like to do is I just like to push down from here, and then that way it leaves it kind of bubbled here. You can see it's kind of bubbled up, and that way I know that there's going to be room for my gift card. So now that's glued down, and I've got my 2 pieces, and then I just want to finish decorating my front. You can stamp a greeting in the center here, which I'm not sure where it went. Anyways, okay, so I have, where's my front? Here we go. I have cut out from this paper the snowflake using the, it's part of the Lights Aglow from last Twinkling Lights dies. Its sister is in the annual catalog. Unfortunately, this one is retired, but I just found that it matched pretty much to a T. Now you can see one of the edges was the edge of the paper, so it didn't get it all, but that's okay. You'll see how I'm gonna hide it a little bit from that. And it just kind of gives you that snowflake, but then it adds extra snowflake, which I kind of liked. And then I'm just gonna pop it up using some dimensionals, and then I put my dimensionals, one in the center, and then, oops, there's all sorts of pieces and parts. If you want all the little parts to be out, you can use your, what do you call it? The little roller, the brush to get everything out. I don't mind if it's kind of parts, pieces and parts. I'm good with that. The little ones fit perfectly, so that's kind of handy. And then we're just going to peel that. And then I just so happened, because these were thank you gift cards for coaches, so I wanted thanks instead of, I put more of a Christmas greeting on the inside. So then I'm just going to center that, and I just happen to have some rejected pre-cut out thanks that I had embossed in white embossing powder. So I'm just going to put that there. And now I'm losing my dimensionals again. I'm just going to put one here and one here, and then we can put a bit of glue where the snowflake is, holds. I hope that you guys are seeing this. Oh, testing. I see you're testing on the phone. I see it on my computer, but it's not on my iPad. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. Not loving Facebook these days. Okay. So there we go. So you can see there's my little edge of snowflake that's missing, but because my words are there, it doesn't really register that there's something missing, or I hope it's not registering. You can let me know if it's really noticeable, but yeah, isn't that pretty? I love this paper. I love the Lost Lagoon color. So yeah, and then I put more mushes in here, but I must have put it away or something. I guess I could put one of, there's this one, Winter Greetings. We could do that with some Lost Lagoon. And then it's kind of, this is from the snowflake, the sparkling snowflakes stamp set, which I'm going to be using on my other one. So there we go. And then you can write a message because it's hidden by this, and you have a place for your gift card. So that just is a nice way, you know, like the stores usually that you get the gift cards from have like a little envelope, but this is nice because it's kind of a card and gift card all in one. and it just dresses it up and makes it a little more. And then if you add, you can take, oh, sorry, what? Excuse my arm. You can take an envelope and you could add the paper to the back here. I wish I gave all mine away that I dressed up. And then you could stamp some snowflakes and add the name, and then it really kind of dresses it up and all matchy and fun to have as a gift. All right, that is gift number 1. Gift number 2 is a box bag. This one I did not come up with. It is a talented demonstrator by the name of Meg Loven. She designed this one. I mean, obviously I've changed it to be my own, but the box bag idea is hers. So we have a piece of designer series paper. This is also from the lovely part of the suite that has the snowflakes in it. It's with, oops, Winter Meadow designer series paper. So this and the snowflakes I just showed you are from a meadow kind of suite, but then it also pairs well with the snowflake. So I just thought this was really cute. It's the perfect size. So I think I've cut this down. Maybe I didn't. No, I did not, because I wanted to do it with you. So this should be cut down to 11 inches, and I believe it's 5 feet high. She does it at 4 inches. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need my cutter here, and then we'll just cut an inch off because it's 12 inches going down to 11, like so. It doesn't have to be cut off, but you'll see it just saves a little wrapping. And then, so we've got, so now we're 5 by 11. And then this one is 4 by 4. And we're going to take our scoring here again. And we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch all the way around. So let's get the blade out of the way. We'll go 3/4, 3/4. Now my screen is turning off. And then I can't see comments. Hi. What a day. Okay. It's almost Christmas. Are you guys ready for Christmas? All right. So then you've got your 4 scored lines, and you're just going to cut 2 of the lines up to that 3/4 of an inch mark. And you're going to do both sides the same direction. That's the only, it doesn't matter which side because it's symmetrical. Just do 2 of the sides in the same direction. And then you're just going to fold it all over. Like so. Then you can take some tear and tape or the multi-purpose glue. If you use glue, you just have to wait for it to grab hold. So you have to just hold it for a few seconds, or it's not too long, but, and then it allows you to kind of wiggle it around and get a good grip. So let me just, I'll do one side with one and I'll do one side with the other. You can kind of see what's going on here. Hopefully I did the right, oops, that was, you want to make sure it's stuck down well. It makes it a lot easier to pull up the tape when you do. And then, so with the tape, once you've got it down, it's down, and you're going to be tearing things if you go to pull it apart. Whereas with glue, you can kind of wiggle it around. So I'm just going to put a wee bit of glue there and a wee bit of glue there. And like so. And we'll hold it for, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. And then it still should be wiggleable. I don't know, is that a word? Wiggleable? I'm making up words now. And then you've got your little box. Okay, so I'm going to set my box aside so it can dry a little bit more, so you can see it's not, that's the one downside with the glue, is you have to have the time and the patience to hold it. Then I'm going to turn it over because I'm going to put my tape on the bottom, so you just want to make sure you've got it oriented the right way. I'm going to come all the way across here. Okay. And we're going to go down one side. Doesn't matter which side, it's going to be the side that you end up overlapping at the end. So if you've got a preference, I just usually do it on the far end. That's just me. I'm just going to stick this tape down really well. Then I'm going to pull up my tape here. Both pieces, makes my life easier. Then I'm going to take my little box and I'm going to start it kind of in the middle of the box. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. And then we're just going to line it up here like so. And I'm going to push down. And then I'm going to pull. I'm pushing the box and pulling while lining it up. And then I'm going to push it down. Same thing again. I know you guys can't see it as well. I'll do the last part up in the air. It's just easier to do it on the desk surface or table or whatever you have. So here I'm going to pull it. I'll line it up again. Pull it and line it up. And then I'm going to squeeze this down. Okay, and then you're just going to take your bone folder and push in against the edges so it's all stuck down, and then at the seam here. Okay, so then you have your box bag. So then you can close it like so. So where this one came from for me, actually, one sec. I'll make the tag first and then I'll show you the finished everything. So for this tag, I just have a 2-inch piece because that's what fits in our snowflake punch. And I think it's about 4 inches long. Ooh, sorry. Then you have a nice little snowflake top. I love this punch. I wish it had a snowflake also. I really feel like this year we're missing on the snowflake dies and slash punches, since this is our only one. I did see some people, you can punch like 2 separate pieces of paper or punch both ends, cut it and put it together behind something to make it look like there's snowflakes popping out. So it's not like totally without, but I do think there is a lack of the cutout snowflakes. So then I've got some, I think here I used basic gray, and then here I've used smoky slate, but the colors in here actually say Pebble Path and smoky slate. So I'm going to try the Pebble Path with my snowflake instead of the basic gray. Change things up a little. Okay, I find these photopolymer stamps super well on this glass. This is the new glass surface that is going to be available if you sign up with the starter kit. It is available for demonstrators to purchase, or was, I think they might have ran out for now. They only set aside a certain number to be purchased because they wanted to make sure that customers who sign up got theirs. So it's a really nice surface for stamping, as you can see. No more of this pull out a foam pad. And so then I'm going to use 1 3/4 punch, which just happens to fit this one oh so perfectly. And then we're going to use the 1.5 inch punch that works with this one oh so well. And then I think I cannot find my 1 1/4 inch punch, but that's what this is. So it's the next smaller one. And then I have a stamp somewhere here for you. And we're going to do that in Pebble Path as well. Oh, I think I was supposed to do, no, maybe not. You could have done one of the snowflakes in Smoky Slate, which is what this one is. But this pops a little more. So then you can pop these on here for your tag. And this, along with this, the meadow and snowflake and stuff, is this beautiful iridescent white ribbon. So now I will show you the finished. All right, bye, Elon. Maybe I'll try. Well, actually, I can't catch you today. I have an appointment right after this. So I'll have to catch the replay of yours. All right, so then it works really, you can close this with tape, or you can, if you make it longer, you could fold it over, or you can just use some kind of clip, or like the, what do you call them? The clips that are in the rustic calendar, oh, I can't remember what it's called. The wooden clips, what are they? Clothespins. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here I put my ribbon through and I tied a knot. So that's my tag. You could write to and from in the back. And so I was trying to get to where this was all coming from. I had some candies that I was going to put in stockings. And then I remembered I'm going to see people and young kids, whatever. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't buy them a gift, but it's always nice to give them something little to have. So I thought, this is just some old cellophane bags. They were Stampin' Up! Fold ribbon, and I'm putting these in the stockings like this. But I thought, how can I make this look like more of a gift? So then I thought, oh, these little bag boxes are perfect. So you don't have to have as fancy a bag or as fancy a ribbon. You could just put it in a cellophane bag or a Ziploc bag, tuck it in there, make your little tag, and then all you have to do is clip it together and you have a cute little gift bag / box. So that was the next one. So, like you might have candy at home or some chocolates or whatever, you can easily just make a cute little bag and gift it to somebody, if you're going to their house for dinner or just a get together, or you're seeing someone unexpectedly, it's perfect. And you can put whatever, a candle, whatever, anything and everything that you may have that you want to gift, that you want to package a little nicer. All right, my last thing is all made by you. It's not something that you have to have around, but it is something you have to pre-make. This one, again, I did not come up with the design of the box. It is by Cindy Bowman. She is the one that presented this. And here I'm using the snowflakes. I think she did one with snowflakes, but hers was with the sending cheer set with the cute gingerbread and stocking. Now I did show one, where did he go? I did a tag making video a few weeks ago, and so this was one of the tags I made with the elf. So this was one of the ones she had done, and then she does a Santa and the gingerbread. So this is another version that you could do, and you can put 5 in the box like this, and then you would design the front with like a gingerbread man or whatever. So these are like more cutesy if you're giving it to a young family. These ones are a little more fancy, I guess, for the snowflake lover like me. So yeah, so I will show you how to make the box, and then I'll show you how to make a tag, because once you know how to make one, you can make them all. And it's just cute. It's just a cute little gift to gift someone as a present. You could wrap it in a cellophane bag if you wanted to really kind of zhuzh it up, but that's where it's at. So I'm going to show you how to make this cute little box first. So first we're going to start with I believe it's 5 by 8. 5 by 8, yes. So we have a 5 by 8 piece of, and it's the thick white cardstock. It's not the regular stuff. And then you're going to want to score it. So one side you're going to score at 1 inch on the long side. Then you're going to turn it and you're going to score it at 1. And then you're going to score it at 3.5. Am I still in the camera? I apologize if I'm not in the camera. I cannot see what I am showing you. So I'm going to try and stay in the camera. 1 at 4.5. And then 1 at 7. Or you could just do another 1 inch if you didn't want to pull open your ruler. Okay, so you can see you've got your little box. Now on this side, you're going to come over here and you're going to go at 1 inch. Let me just fold this up so it's not hanging off everywhere. We're going to be at 1 inch. And what you want to do is you want to come to this 7-inch mark, so your first score line, and you're just going to score up to 5.5, which is the second score line. So basically you want to have just a score line just on this one panel, and the rest is as it is. Then you're going to put your scoring away, and we're going to cut, so the side where the closest part where your score line is, you're going to cut this square off. So we're just going to take that away. We don't need that. Then we're going to cut up on these lines to the first 1 inch score line. Okay. Then we are going to fold everything like so. Now, the easiest way to glue things down is to fold things flat. So you can see I can come and I can get my panel right on there. So again, you can use tape or you can use glue. Tape is super easy on this one since you're just folding it over and not having to wiggle it in place. So, and I know some of you don't have access to glue. So if tear and tape is your friend, then this is a good one for you. All right, Marcy, I'm thinking of you. Okay, and then we're just going to fold it over and plop it down like so. Then we have our box. Now normally you would close your box and be done, but we don't want to close our box yet because we want to have this piece cut out. Oops, I don't think, oh, my thing was longer. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So I don't know if you can see the score line here. We're going to come and take this and we're going to start at the corner here and we're going to cut down to the score line. And then we're going to cut here and cut that off like so. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to cut from the corner diagonally to that score line. And then we're going to cut that off as well. And then rather than cut this piece off and have a wonky edge, we're just going to fold this over so you have a nice clean edge. So we're going to glue that down eventually. But first we will do our box here. I'm going to use tear and tape again. You can put multiple pieces. I'm just going to put one. The tags aren't very heavy, so you don't have to worry about weight pulling it open. Okay. So we've got that. We'll just push it down. And then you can use a piece of tear and tape if you want. I'm just gonna put a line of glue and push it down. That way you have some nice straight edges instead of a cut line. So then you've got your box. Then you just have to decorate your box. So the size of your pieces that you need to decorate are 2 3/4 by 2 1/4 is this one. And then this one is 2 1/2 by 2. So I added those. And then for the tags, I have 5 2-inch by 4 1/4 inch pieces. You want to punch them all with your snowflake if that's what you're using. You can use any of the tag punches or even the tag dies if you prefer. Whatever you have, whatever you prefer, it all works. And then for the front decor, I have pieces of the designer series paper. But before I put the designer series paper down, I stamped mine with my to and from. And the to and from comes from the sending cheer set. If you don't have the sending cheer set, there is a for you in the snowflake set. So whatever you're using, I mean, I'm sure you have something somewhere. I used Pretty Peacock. I was going to use black and I thought, no, I'm going to stick with my blues. And Pretty Peacock is so dark, it almost looks black. And I want to go all the way to the bottom here to make it fit. Otherwise, you might have to cut down your designer series paper. So if I were you, I would punch and then stamp all your 5 pieces, line it up like an assembly line, and then you know exactly how much room you have to stick that paper down so you can see it fits just perfectly. I can't remember if I told you this. The designer series paper is 2 by 2 1/4, so 2 same width as the tag, and then 2 1/4 long. Hello, Marcy. Your ears must have been burning. I just mentioned your name. Okay, so that's the first part of the tag. Then, oh, you know what? I didn't even finish the top of my box. Look at me go. I'm just like rushing through here. Okay, as all my pieces fall down, let's go back to our box. So the front of our box needs more than just 2 pieces of paper. So I I die cut a circle using the stitch shape dies. I originally punched, I don't know if I still have them here. I originally punched out my circles. Here they are. And you know, they just weren't as, actually it wasn't this, there was a bigger one because I had the bigger snowflake. It just, you know, this is just more finished, and like I find with the shiny, I just wanted something a little fancier. So I decided that it was worth die cutting, even though I'm a lazy person and punching is so much simpler. But I decided to just make that little effort and just make it that little bit nicer with a finished edge. And then I've got my snowflake. And then I added I think it was Winter Greetings. So on my original box here, it looks quite dark. This is Pretty Peacock again, but I don't know if you can tell, I used the clear embossing powder to really make it stand out. So the trick again, which I've showed many times, although I know it's easy to forget. I get asked all the time, what's the order I do this in? Because, you know, you don't want to make a mess of your Versamark. Although I use my messy Versamark whenever I'm doing this, because if you forget to clean your stamp or you do it the wrong order, then you're not going to cry when your Versamark pad gets dirty. So I use my dirty one, and then, oops, I forgot to open my Pretty Peacock. Okay, let me just ink it up again. It'll still be wet, but just to make sure. And then we're gonna go straight into our Pretty Peacock. It's not gonna wreck anything, and I forgot to do my anti-static and make sure the ink was dry from the snowflake, so hopefully it is, because sometimes when you go to put powder on, it decides to stick to everything. Our inks are pretty good that way. They dry quite quickly, so it shouldn't be an issue. And then we've got our clear powder. Just sprinkle it on. And then we'll just take our, I can't even see because it's so light. Just brush things off in case it's stuck, but I'm not seeing anything. And then I just want to heat emboss that. It's fine without the heat embossing. I just think it adds, again, a little bit. I even thought about using the old, we had like a iridescent ice, I think it was called. And it was a powder. And so it kind of melts clear, but it has like a gritty frosting to it. Which, I mean, it would be great on the snowflake. I don't think it's as great to use with words because then it makes the word harder to see. And I can't even, my lighting is like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my eyes. I can't see anything. I can't tell if it's melted. Maybe that means it's not melted. No, it is. It's just not. I just don't have a lot of powder on there. That's okay. It's not all glossy. Like, what's going on? So then I just stuck that on there and I added some, I don't know if you can see these little snowflakes. They're retired. They were from, I don't know, last year, adhesive back snowflakes. I just had some, so I added them to it. So that's the front. Then for these tags, I cut out the smaller ones. And then I have the smaller snowflake stamp here. And again, I'm going to use Pool Party. I tried Coastal Cabana, which is what I used here. And I just found it was a little too dark for my taste. So then I decided to switch to Pool Party. They're all kind of in the same, the Color Buddies family. And then we have this on here. And then we have these beautiful faceted gem trio pack, which is from that same meadow right next to the snowflakes in the mini catalog. And I took one of these, which matches perfectly. And then we have our tag there. I popped it up on a dimensional, even though the gems stick out quite far, it still fits in here. So it's okay. So it's popped up on a dimensional. And then the paper is just stuck down. And then to put the ribbon, there's two options. So this is the ribbon. It's from that same suite again. I did some where I just, oh, I have a piece out somewhere. Where did it go? I pre-cut a piece. Here it is. Okay. So you can just fold it in half and put it through. And that's all sticking together. From the back, I would put the loop at the front, and then you just kind of put your two pieces through the snowflake and through the loop and pull. So it's in between the snowflake, or some of them I just tied it, and this is how I started by tying it, but it kind of sits funny. It sits so much nicer when you just loop it through. So I think looping is probably the better way to go. That's just my opinion. And then you've got a set of tags for someone. And then they can finish their Christmas wrapping. It's a win-win for everyone. All right, so let's, I'll just show you again since it became late. So this was one with the tags. The next one was the gift bag here, the bag in a box. We have this one. And then we've got our gift card. So Marcy, there's now a video on how to make, I'm sure you've already figured it out just from the dimensions that I gave, but I did do this gift card holder card since I thought I had done it for you guys, but apparently I hadn't. And I know Linda had texted me and asked for the dimensions and stuff. So yeah, go back and watch that since you missed the beginning, but I did that for you guys, with you guys in mind. Yeah, are you all ready for Christmas? Hopefully you are. I needed some last minute little gifts for people. So, I mean, this was my new design without chocolates, so Willow wouldn't eat them, and they are sealed and in Gavin's bag to give to his coaches. And now I have a few extra, so if I need a little gift last minute, all I need is a gift card, slide it in. There was this one, and then this was my other one that I did with, I love this little truck. It's so cute. The truck can be found on the online exclusives, and so the online exclusives, I assume is going to stick around, but the last chance stuff that's in the mini catalog from winter, it's buried. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to show you since I didn't show you before. This is the Magical Meadow Suite. So that's the paper and the gems and the other paper that I used. Oh, it was a different ribbon I pulled out. I don't know where that ribbon was from. And then the snowflakes. So this whole kind of, the snowflakes can go really well with this, or the meadow stuff can go really well. It's a really fun paper. So that's where this paper is from, this one. And then this paper stuff is from this one, as well as the card. So that's where that's from. So this is retiring at the end of December. So make sure you check out the last chance retiring stuff. It's while supplies last. And then I can't wait to start playing with the new stuff. I unboxed it last week, so if you missed that, you can go check it out. And yeah, I get to start playing with it as soon as I'm done wrapping all my Christmas presents. So I'm like biting at the bit to get things done so I can start playing. All right. Hopefully you have a great rest of your week. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hopefully you have some good holidays, and I'm hoping that I'll do a live next week, even if it's just to pop on and say hi and see how everyone's doing, and maybe I do have that New Year's bundle that I haven't really shown. I think I used it once, or I used it for something, but it's such a cool bundle. I might try and pull that out next week and do a New Year's something, or else play with some of the new stuff. So either way, I'll probably pop on, and if you're free, you can join me for some fun crafting. Maybe I'll even do a craft together, like a mystery stamp, and I'll give you some instructions on what to prepare. That could be fun too. So enjoy your week. Merry Christmas. See you next week. Bye.